Determined to establish its dominance, the Indian Navy has initiated the process to acquire 6 lethal submarines under the ambitious Project 75 India. The Navy has initiated the tender process by issuing the initial expression of interest to foreign vendors willing to take part in the mega program. Under the project, the Navy wants to build 6 conventional diesel-electric submarines. These vessels would be almost 50% bigger than the under-construction Scorpene-class submarines being built at the Mazagon Dockyards Limited in Mumbai. The Navy wants the submarines to be equipped with heavy-duty firepower. It has defined the submarines to have at least 12 land attack cruise missiles along with anti-ship cruise missiles. The Navy has also specified that the submarines should also be able to carry and launch 18 heavyweight torpedoes in the sea. Compared with the Scorpene, the firepower required in the next line of submarines is many times more than what is being put on the Scorpenes-class submarines. The Scorpenes have the heavyweight torpedoes and the Exocet surface-to-surface missiles as their main weapons. The draft expression of interest has been issued to the foreign vendors who would be taking part in the competition along with the probable Indian partners. They have been invited to give suggestions on the strategic partnership policy under which the submarines will be built. After clearing the procurement of these submarines in the Defense Acquisition Council, Defense Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has put a Navy officer as the in charge of the project. An empowered project committee has been formed with the Navy's Controller of Warship Production and Acquisition as the head of the panel, including several other joint secretaries as its members. Navy wants to have a mix of conventional and nuclear submarines in its fleet to manage its area of responsibility stretching from the Malacca Straits to the Indian Ocean region. India has a much stronger navy than Pakistan's. While the Indian Navy has more than 100 submarines and surface warships, the Pakistani Navy has around 20 of these. It is not only in numbers but also in technological superiority. However, the Indian Navy is building assets for tackling the Chinese Navy, which intrudes occasionally in the Indian Ocean region. After years of delay, India's Navy is putting its best effort to rebuild its badly depleted underwater fighting force. The move comes as China's military has expanded its fleet to nearly 60 submarines in comparison with India's 15. The Chinese foray into the Indian Ocean is seen as a national security challenge by the defense strategists. Since 1996, India's attack submarine fleet has dwindled to 13 diesel-electric vessels from 21 as the Navy failed to replace retired boats. The entire fleet, consisting of a mixture of Russian-origin Kilo-class vessels and German HDW submarines, is at least 20 years old. All have been refitted to extend their operational lives until at least 2025. The Indian Navy currently operates one nuclear-powered submarine. The Akula II attack submarine, called Chakra II, has been leased from Russia in 2012 for 10 years. Navy is also on course to lease out a second Akula II nuclear-powered attack submarine from Russia. Currently, Mazagon Dock Limited in Mumbai is manufacturing 6 Scorpene-class submarines under technology transfer from Naval Group of France under contract in 2005. The first submarine under this, INS Kalvari, joined Navy in December 2017. Navy is set to induct the second submarine, INS Kanderi, by May. The third in the series, INS Karanj, was launched in January last year, is in the advanced stage of trials. The fourth vessel, INS Vela, is ready to be launched into the sea for trials. The last 2 submarines, Vagir and Vagshir, are in advanced stages of manufacturing on the assembly line. The entire project is expected to be completed by 2020. With 6 more advanced submarines to be built under Project 75 India, under the Make in India initiative, the Navy's undersea warfare capabilities will be scaled up to counter the swift expansion of China's submarine fleet.